Caitlin Clark snubs Tiger Woods for another favorite golfer despite identical storylines. As Caitlin Clark is ready to take on the golf course on Wednesday in the LPGA Pro-Am, fans are curious to know her holding idol. While Clark had revealed that she was a big fan of golf as a kid, she never divulged who she followed. However, she has achieved a stage in the W which is said to have similarities with Tiger Woods. Therefore, when the question was asked today, many fans expected her to take the 11x PGA Player of the Year's name. But this time, the roadie shared her own choice, showing her individuality. Honestly, I try to watch as much as I can, and Rory was probably one of my favorite players growing up. I wish I always had the TV on watching him, but I had this pink little cute golf club growing up that I got for one of my birthdays. So I always begged my dad to take me out, go golfing, but yeah, I loved it. I tried to be around it as much as I could, as much as I had time for it. I just played about every sport growing up, but I remember when I had like one off weekend of not playing like soccer, basketball, whatever it was, Clark expressed sharing the name of Rory McIlroy. I begged my dad to take me in. Obviously wasn't very good, but I loved being outside, trying something new, adjusted to the challenge of golf. Obviously a lot different from definitely basketball, and the team aspect is much more individual. So that's another challenge I love about it too. Clark expounded. McIlroy is a 3x PGA Tour Player of the Year, who was at the zenith of his achievements in the early 2010s. During that time, he won the PGA Championship twice in 2012 and 2014, besides being the PGA Player of the Year in those 2 years. Certainly, he would have swamped the TV channels when Clark was a kid. Clark had previously too revealed that she was around 6 when her dad, Brent Clark, taught her the sport. And since then, being a multi-sport athlete, she fell in love with it. The incident that Des Moines-born was referring to about being gifted a golf said was most probably during her 8th birthday when her dad got her a set of pink kids clubs. In another interview, Clark revealed she started golf when she was in 3rd or 4th grade. In her own admission, she was terrible. I couldn't hit it off the ground, but I loved doing anything that was competitive. Plus, she also enunciated that her competition with family members fueled her passion. But now that she revealed that McIlroy was her favorite player, it would have disappointed fans. Caitlin Clark draws comparison to Tiger Woods. What Tiger Woods did can hardly be replicated. The 15x major champion changed PGA's financial landscape. It is said that he influenced his fans and contributed to the sport so much that before him, there were 24.4 million golfers, while the number skyrocketed to 29.8 million in 10 years. Therefore, it wouldn't be wrong to say that Woods was the Michael Jordan of golf. And Nancy Lieberman compared the two to Clark. This point has happened before. You know well enough that in 1984, when Michael Jordan came into the NBA, the ratings in the NBA were not great. Chicago Stadium was, a third full, and he comes in from college winning the championship at North Carolina, and the Jordan rolls are in effect. They're knocking the heck out of them. He's getting the lion's share of the attention. The games are now getting put. All of his games are on TV, and he just was a polarizing figure, Lieberman stated, while also bringing Tiger Woods into the conversation. And at no denying with Clark coming into the league, the ratings have suddenly gone up. Plus, she featured in 19 out of the 22 games that crossed the 1 million viewership mark. Despite the comparisons, Clark has found her favorite in McIlroy, and hopefully, much like the golf star, she will impress all when she picks up the tee tomorrow. It looks like she's gearing up for business, diving back into preparations for the big golf tournament set to tee off tomorrow. Fresh from wrapping up an intense press conference with golf reporters, she's clearly ready to hit the course.
For the 2024 on the Annika driven by Game Ridge at Pelican. Now we have Annika's Orange Stam tournament host, namesake, and we have WNBA star, Rookie of the Year, Game Ridge ambassador Caitlin Clark together here to speak with the media. I'll ask both of y'all a couple of opening questions, and then we'll open up to the media. So first one, you two just participated in the Women's Leadership Summit, right? Talking about, empowering women's sports. So just recap that a little bit, just kind of touch on just some of the topics that you guys discussed in the Women's Leadership Summit, and then we'll get into the golf and the Pro-Am.
Oh, come on.
You're the guest.
It was great. I think the cool thing about that is just you felt the energy in the room, the amount of women sitting in there and so passionate about being a leader in their space, whether it was sport, whether it's business, whatever it is. I think that was what's so cool about it. And obviously getting to sit next to Annika on stage is pretty special for myself. So I think a lot of things that me and Annika said is we share a lot of the same values. And I think that's really cool, being driven, but so do they at the same time. Like, obviously we're, professional athletes or played sport or whatever it was, but at the same time in their lives, it all relates. And I think people at times forget that we're real humans too, and we're driven by the same things that they are, maybe just achieving things a little bit differently, and whatever it is, but you could just feel the energy and excitement in the room. And I thought that was what's so cool about it.
Annika, same question.
Yeah, same answer. It was well done. No, I agree. It was, it's always fun when people from different demographics and, different industries get together and just share ideas and, just listening. And I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot of common ideas and thoughts and but it's also, thoughts on how they achieve and what's important, the motivation and what drives you. And then listen to Kathy Ireland, who's done amazing things, I think many people think of her as, a beautiful model, and then just to kind of go on and do what she does now with this empire. And she probably just started just like us, enjoying what we do, and then just kind of took a path on his own. But it was, like Caitlin said, leadership, self-branding and there's, I don't know, you pick up little pointers here and there. And to me, that's inspirational, whether it's, just listening to Caitlin, her work ethic and what's important to her. And I mean, she's just starting, her round of golf, if her journey. She's just teed off on hole 1 or 2. I've made the turn already. And then, Kathy Ireland, who's, probably on the 15th hole. So we have our journeys, but you can still learn, you can still improve, and you can still keep on moving. So I think that summit is really a fun way to bring in some women in there. They're successful in their industry, but they like to hear from other women. And I think it inspires, because a lot of women feel like, maybe I'm alone and I don't know what to do. But when the women get together, it's like the empowerment there, and everybody walked away and they were so energized and just ready to keep on going.
Looking ahead to tomorrow in the Pro-Am. So, Caitlin, you are playing with world number 1 Nelly Korda on your first 9. And
yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, that you're playing with Annika Sorenstam on the back 9. So, I know you've been practicing. I know you have a coach in Indianapolis that you've been working with. So, talk about a little bit about your excitement going into tomorrow. One, playing with Nelly and Annika, and just looking forward to being out here on the LPGA Tour.
Yeah, I think I'm just excited, honestly. I'm not a professional golfer by any means. I think just having fun and like getting to be with, 2 of the best to, probably ever play this game. It's super fun and special for me. Like, I'm a fan of both of them, but a fan of, all the women on this tour. I think it's absolutely incredible. So it's special for myself. I've tried to practice as much as I can. I'm just the average golfer, gonna hit some good, gonna hit some bad. It is what it is. Just gonna try not to hit anyone standing outside the ropes, but it'll be fun. I'm excited for it.
Annika, how about you? You're playing with Caitlin tomorrow. So, are you going to give her any pointers? Are you going
Please.
Well, I'm sure she's going to get quite a few from Nelly. Nelly's going to be about power and hitting it long, which I you already said you're strong, so that'd be good. Maybe I have to come in there and maybe, fine tune that part of it. But I like that plan. You're an athlete, you're used to crowds, and I'm sure you play better under pressure. So you might just step up. And I'm a senior golfer now, so I've been working a little bit of my game because I need it too. So, but it's all about having fun. We're playing with Dan over there.
Yes.
And so I think it's all about having fun and sharing experiences. It's going to be very memorable. And look forward to playing the golf course. I've been out. It looks great, but just to really, hit a few divots out there, it's going to be fun.
Caitlin, last one from me, then we'll open it up. So this is a part of your partnership relationship with Cambridge and Group 1001. You also have Colton and Marcus that are going to be here. They're going to be the guest caddies tomorrow. So
hopefully they got some good tips because we're counting on them.
Yeah, kind of the same question about that we asked in the previous press conference. This is more of a crossover sports day tomorrow with golf and basketball and IndyCar. So talk about a little bit about that and how Gainbridge is providing this.
Yeah, well, I'm just obviously really thankful for Gainbridge and everything that they do, not only in women's sports, but just sports in general. It's tremendous, and I feel very lucky to be a partner of theirs. And obviously, as you guys talked about, it started before I even was drafted by the Indiana Fever, so I feel like it was kind of fate in a way. It worked out perfectly, and now I live in Indianapolis. I play in Gainbridge Fieldhouse every single night, and I absolutely love it. So I just feel very thankful. But the thing I would say is, like, I feel like sports unites people, and that's kind of what this feels like too. It's just bringing people together where they can find joy in something. I think that's what's so beautiful about sports, and what I really love about it, and what I've loved about it my whole life is some of my best memories from being a kid or spending time with my family or my friends have been around sports, and how that brings people together. So that's exactly what this feels like, and I'm sure I'll remember this, for the rest of my life.
All right, questions from the room?
Mike Brodsky, Florida National News. Caitlin, growing up, were there any golfers in particular that you were watching on TV that you looked up to in the game of golf?
Honestly, I tried to watch as much as I can. Rory was probably one of my favorite players growing up. I would always have the TV on watching him, but I had this pink little cute golf club set growing up that I got for one of my birthdays, so I'd always beg my dad to take me out and go golfing. But yeah, I loved it. I tried to be around it as much as I could, as much as I had time for. I played just about every sport growing up, but I remember when I had like one off weekend of not playing, like soccer, basketball, whatever it was, I'd beg my dad to take me, and I obviously wasn't very good, but I just loved being outside and trying something new, and just the challenge of golf, obviously a lot different from definitely basketball, and the team aspect is much more individual, so that's another challenge I love about it too.
Caitlin, what was your first reaction when this idea was presented to you? And then also, can you take us through the last couple of months of what the prep has been like? Have you focused on playing, practicing, instruction, all of that?
Yeah, I mean, I've known about this for a while, and I've been pretty excited about it for a while. And honestly, it's kind of been in conversation before I even decided if I was going to go back to college for another year. So I didn't know if I would ever even be able to make this event this year. So I'm very fortunate that I am. And, having my first W season behind me and being able to be here is super cool. And honestly, I've tried to take as much as time as I can to practice, but, there's only so much hope. So you just cross your fingers, pray. But no, I've practiced a little bit, and I had the quote about becoming a professional golfer. Everybody thought I was serious. I was not serious, but I love it. I love being outside. I love making it competitive with my friends. But yeah, that's what's been fun about it. It's challenging, and then getting to come here and be around the best and have a good time is what I'm looking forward to.
Brentley Romine from Golf Channel. I think average golfers everywhere would probably agree that they have about 3 or 4 swing thoughts at any given time. I'm interested to know, what are your swing thoughts right now in golf? And is that weird from you coming from a sport in which like a jump shot's natural, like you're not really thinking?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a jump shot is a lot easier. That I was joking. I was like, maybe Annika should come to the basketball court and we can work on her jump shot. But no, I think I've tried to change my swing up, try to do this and that, but honestly, it is what it is. But I don't know, it's fun. I love golf. I love the challenge of it. But I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Caitlin, Sarah Callum with the LPGA Tour. You're sitting next to a generational talent. Is there anything from Annika's career, how she carries herself? I know you all talked about how similar you guys are with being so competitive, but is there anything you really look up to her or somebody like her that you want to emulate as you continue on in your career?
Yeah, I think the coolest thing about her, and it's way beyond golf, I think her impact she's had on people. I think as a professional athlete, like, yes, you love the sports, you love the wins, you love the titles, whatever it is, but the way you impact people, and obviously she's clearly done that. And she just, represents that in everything that she does, whether it's the events she puts on, whether it's her foundation, whether it's the way she interacts one-on-one with somebody passing by through the halls here. Like, you can just see it, and she lives it every single day. So for me, it's cool to just watch that and be a part of that. I hope to be able to be that one day as well. So she's just a great representation of truly what a great role model, not only for women's athletes, but just women across the country and in the golf world or in the sports world. And I feel very lucky to just have a little experience with her.
Hello, Beth Ann Nichols with Golf Week. I know you've played in a Pro-Am before at the John Deere.
Yeah.
What were the nerves like there? And when you're kind of outside of your comfort zone, what are things you go back to help you?
Oh gosh, so this was probably a couple of years ago now. I was pretty nervous, honestly. I'll probably be nervous tomorrow too, but I don't know. I mean, I always just remind myself, like, I don't really care what happens. It doesn't really matter. I don't play golf for a living, and just have fun with it. Like, this isn't, super serious. Enjoy the experience, because there were so many people that would, kill to be in my position or be in my shoes, or, the people that are following outside the ropes would love to have one opportunity to, hit a ball on the first tee or something like that. So just remind yourself how cool this experience is and don't let it pass you by. But I think that's, anything I do in life, like having these sort of experiences or whatever I get to do and the opportunities that I have, like soak it in, because a lot of people would trade and want to have these opportunities as well.
Caitlin, a somewhat related question. Obviously,
a statement. Okay, here we go. It's a statement.
When an athlete starts off, you just want to get as good as you can, and then maybe as you get so much better, you realize that your platform, your recognition begins to grow, and then you have opportunities like a summit and the opportunity to influence others. Mm-hmm. For you at 22, when did that start to hit you? And at 22, how do you prepare for that?
Oh gosh. I mean, I feel like my life has definitely changed a lot over the course of the last couple of years, from the, end of my college career when we made the Final Four the first time and obviously making it the second time, and then now completing my first WNBA season. Life changes pretty quickly, and I've kind of tried to just, go with the flow the best I can and take everything in stride and not let it pass me by. And like you said, like, I am 22 years old, so, all of this can be a lot at times, but I think I surround myself with really good people. Like, I don't have to shoulder this all by myself. So I feel very fortunate to have really good people around me, whether that's teammates or coaches or friends and family, whoever that is. I just try to surround myself with really good people and honestly share a lot of the experiences that I get with them too. That's what makes it really fun. But yeah, I think kind of just go with the flow, enjoy these experiences. Obviously life has changed a lot, but I try to live in the same exact manner that I did when I first showed up to college and stepped on campus, and try to be, the same authentic person that I am. And for me, like, I feel like I am living in a dream, but also at the same time, it's special. I try not to let it pass me by. So just thankful that I get to have these opportunities.
Hi, Caitlin. You and your fellow W Stars have obviously had a huge impact on women's basketball over the past season. Annika said earlier that women's golf has made huge progress itself, but the work isn't done yet. I just wondered if there's anything you could take from your first season in the W and your experiences to advise women's golf how it could take the next steps into the spotlight, into the sporting spotlight.
Oh gosh, I don't think I have any advice really. They're doing pretty great. But I mean, I think one of the coolest things is when people show up for the first time and then they continue to come back. Once they give it an opportunity, they see how great the product is. Whatever that is, whether they turn on the TV and then they're going to turn it on again, or whether they buy a ticket and they're following alongside, or they're sitting in the seats at a game. Like, people realize how tremendous the product is and how great women's sports are. I think that's been like not my biggest piece of advice, but like, give it a chance, turn it on, watch it, and you see how tremendous the product is. And, obviously women's basketball has grown a lot, but it's every women's sports. You look at golf, you look at gymnastics, you look at volleyball, it's across the board. And I think that's what's really cool. It's, it's only growing, but there's still so much room for it to just keep going and going. And, as somebody that's loved women's sports from a very young age, it really gets me excited about the future of where it can go. Oh gosh, it depends on the day. Gotta ask me that. I don't know. A driver, because I'm pretty strong, so I can when I hit it good, 1 out of 10 times, it gets you fired up. But when you hit it bad, it's bad. My handicap is like 16, so it's like I'm not. But I get like a stroke a hole. Average golfer.
Katie Lipton, Women's Sports Journal. This is your second Pro-Am, one of the PGA and now the LPGA. Are there any courses you haven't played at yet that you'd like to sometime in the future?
Oh gosh, there's a lot. I would love to play Pebble. Honestly, anywhere. I'm, open to any of them, wherever I can get on. I'm playing a few, and I'm going to Arizona for Thanksgiving. I'm playing a few there, so that'll be fun with my family. Haven't been on vacation since the season ended, so that'll be a nice little break for me. So, honestly, whenever I have time, I love to play golf. It's just when the time, opens up and I can travel and go play places. I love being outside and playing new places. So, honestly, wherever.
Hey, Annika, the question I wanted to ask you was, we've already talked about the IndyCar drivers being here, Caitlin being here, just the growth and notoriety of this event in just a year's span. How do you even put that into words?
Well, I'm very thankful. I think the team in general are thankful, but it's a lot of hard work behind the scenes, and now it's, people are interested in the event. They want to be engaged. They want to be part of it. They see how much fun we have, and it's just elevating the tournament. This is the second to the last event, so a lot of things is on stake for the players. Whether it's Rookie of the Year and some of the scoring average, etc. But I think people just want to be part of it. I mean, this location, this time of year, it's fun. And then with Gamebridge bringing in all these people, I think it's. I know this is one of the best weeks of our lives here. We come here and we see everybody we know, but also, be part of the event. So who knows what Gamebridge have in store for next year? I'm curious, but it's going to be hard to beat. So, but so far so good.
Oh, Dan.
Just planting the seed.
All right, we have time for two more. Jeff, go for it.
Caitlin, have you had a chance to play the course yet?
I haven't even seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there at 7 a.m. and hoping for the best. Find out where I'm supposed to aim, and I hope it goes there.
Well, my next question was, what do you think of seeing and knowing the damage that was here, that they got it ready to play tomorrow? Your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I actually have quite a bit of family in the St. Petersburg area, so I've been following it quite a bit. But obviously it's very impressive, and I actually texted a couple of people that helped me with all my stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, is everything going to be okay? Are we going to be able to still play? Because I've been so excited about this for so long, and I know they were in touch with a lot of people helping put the event on, and they gave us good vibes. So we had our fingers crossed, but I feel very fortunate and thankful for everybody that has put in a lot of hard work to make this course really great and special, so this event could happen. And obviously for Annika, it's very special, so I'm lucky to be here.
Not having seen the course, what's your game plan for tomorrow?
I don't have one.
Rip it and rip it.
Should I? I don't know.
All right, last one. Bill Meth over here, AP Radio. Bill?
Well, I am curious. Yeah. Have you ever played with any of the other WNBA players? Anybody that's good competition for you?
I haven't played with anybody on any other team, but some of my teammates golf. Actually, one of my teammates was a state champion golfer, so she's pretty good. I actually haven't played with her yet, so I think she might be scared or something. I don't know why. Her game must have gotten rusty when she became a professional basketball player, but no, some of them do play, but we like to go out there and have fun. Obviously, it's hard during the WNBA season because it's in the summer. So that's the one tough thing about the W is it's in the summer, so I don't get to go out and play as much as I did in college. But it's been fun. Obviously, we're really competitive with whatever we do, so there's some intense battles out there.
All right, everybody, thank you.
If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you.